These damn dragons stealing my money. You know, let's use a super spinner, because I'm going to forget I have items. All right. May as well. Well, now I gotta look up and see if I can find a freaking remix, because, like, okay. I'm emotionless man. Oh, hey, look. There's a Nubifier posted this thing about the new roadmap update. Oh boy. Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm recording this Wednesday, and oh man, I'm kind of okay. So there's two things. Of course, the roadmap update I am super interested in for Star Citizen. Because it's the first roadmap update since the infamous roadmap update. So that's always fun. Also, there's a flippin' a D&D game that I had completely forgotten about. They took a break like in December, and then they normally they do like a session every other week, but then they did like back-to-back week episodes like every week to catch up a little bit, and I had forgotten. So the last episode was 2 weeks ago. I watched it. I watched it today, or yesterday. No, it was today. Yeah, it was today. I started it yesterday. I finished it today. Also, we'll have to see. Oh god, yeah. So that's actually like they're streaming it to today, in not too long actually. Like I gotta get my ass in gear here. That also reminds me. Speaking of Star Citizen, Ashes of Creation was a game I had heard about going into like crowdfunding. An open world sandbox MMORPG. There are a few devs that worked on Star Wars Galaxies that are working on that game, as I understand, or at least did. I don't know. You know, people move around the industry all the time. I don't know if they're still there. But I was just like, you know, with all the talk about Star Citizen, I'm like, I gotta see. It's like, how transparent are other open development games like this? And it's like, I'm kind of convinced Star Citizen probably, like, they certainly have gotten less transparent. Certainly. But I'm like, I mean, there's a good way and a bad way to go about it, I think. Oh, wow. I got the exact same item. Interesting. There's a good way and a bad way to go about it, I think. Where, like, like I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's certainly a point where, I mean, like, they have a tendency to overpromise, you know, like, and then not deliver, and like, you know, I mean, I think like to some degree, like, people understand like things move and shift, but like when, you know, you set your own goals, and then you can't and then you can't reach your own goals or make your own goals, or at least it appears outwardly that you're not making your own goals and things are always getting constantly pushed back. Like if you can't commit to this, like, why would you even, like, if you can't commit to this, why would you even, you know, say that this is going, that like this is where we plan it to be, if the plan changes so constantly? Like, and you know, you've been doing this for like, I don't know, you know, whenever exactly it, you know, development like really started, but like you've had years to figure this shit out. It's like, how, like, how, like, and you know, like, okay, like, and I know I'm fine with, like, you know, when I started, when I first got into Star Citizen, Crusader and Orison were slated to release in 3.10, and they eventually were released in 3.14 a year later. Like, okay, all right, and you know, I see how that went, but like, holy shit, like, nobody mentioned anything about, nobody was talking about Crusader or Orison or showing like any concept art around 3.9, when like 3.12 I think they were probably starting showing it. And I could be wrong, don't take my word as fact, I'd have to look back at it, but you know, like, yeah, so that was the whole deal. But Ashes of Creation. Now, Ashes of Creation is an interesting thing in that I think actually they might be going into like their sort of constant, persistent alpha, something similar to Star Citizen. I think they might be going into that soon-ish. I don't have any dates. I don't know any dates, and I just got into this, so like, and I haven't bought the game, or I haven't purchased a package or whatever. It's also supposed to be a subscription-based thing, but until it goes live, I think, until it goes live, I believe it's going to be, you know, it'll just be whenever, you know, whenever the sessions are, but it's going to be consistent, fairly soon-ish. But yeah, no, it looks interesting. It looks really cool, and it looks, I mean, it's much more of a traditional MMO basic thing, but it's got this whole thing with towns and nodes and a economy and the world changing around players in a way that's like not as ambitious as Star Citizen, but equally as cool. And like, also they've got, also it looks like they've got actual multiple playable races, so they even have furries that are the Tolnar, who are apparently explicitly not furries, but kind of furries at the same time. They're not actually, they haven't been fully developed, so we'll have to see how much. But on that strange note, until next time, have a good day, great day, even Chowskis.